I know TCG. Cyberpunk TCG is a brand new official TCG live on Kickstarter right now, so go back it already. Oh, what, you need more convincing? Okay, let me teach you how to play. In Cyberpunk, you'll play as a leader of a crew competing to become top dog of Night City. You'll deploy units, give them gear and cybernetic enhancements to complete gigs, raise your street cred, and run your rival out of town. To play, you'll need a 40 to 50 card deck with no more than 3 copies of any individual card, 3 legends with unique names, and a set of polyhedral dice. That's right, Dice Goblins. They gave you nerds something to cheer about in the TCG world. There are 4 main types of cards in Cyberpunk: units, gear, programs, and legends. But before we look at each of those, let's check out what makes up a Cyberpunk TCG card. Each card has a name, a type, a cost, ability text, and tags. Some cards have a cell tag. Units have power, and every card has RAM in the top right corner under its type. The name is exactly what you'd expect, the thing you call it. You can only have 3 of any name in your deck. The cost is how many resources, called eddies, you need to spend to play that card. Ability text describes what the cards do. Tags are features of cards that interact with other cards' abilities, like Saburo Arasaka, which gives +1 power to units with the Arasaka tag when they attack. Cell tags, represented by this symbol, signify that a card can be sold for eddies or turned into a resource. More on that later. Power represents both the unit's attack and defense in combat. When 2 units fight, they're very much in love and they make a baby unit. No. When 2 units fight, the one with the higher power wins. And if they're tied, both units are destroyed. And each card has a RAM value. Your legends also have a RAM value. Each card in your deck must have a RAM value equal to or lesser than the total RAM of your legends in that color. If you want to play Dying Knight, which has a RAM value of 3 blue, but only have Jackie Wells as a blue legend in your crew, you just can't play it. But if you have both Jackie Wells and V, then your blue RAM is 4 and you're good to play that card. Let's look at each card type a little more specifically. Legends are the leaders of your crew, and they can be easily found by their unique card back. You'll start the game with 3 of them. In addition to setting card restrictions via RAM, they also determine the color identity of your deck. Red, yellow, blue, and green being the options. They'll start the game randomly arranged face down and can be flipped for a cost to gain their abilities. We'll get into detail on that in a minute. Units. These are the grunts, the members of your crew that attack your rival and their units. They can be upgraded via gear and cannot attack the turn they are played. Gear cards equip your units with new abilities and effects. Gear attaches to a unit when played and sticks to a unit when it moves to other areas, including the trash. Programs are one-time effects played from hand and immediately discarded. The most unique part of the Cyberpunk TCG is the gig dice system. Each player starts with a standard set of polyhedral dice that's a D4, D6, D8, D10, D12, and D20. At the beginning of each turn, you'll acquire a gig, choosing any die, except the D20, which must be chosen last, and rolling it before placing it in your gig area. The total value of the rolls of your gig dice are your street cred, a value that interacts with cards like Armored Minotaur, which defeats a rival unit with power 5 or less when played if you have 12 or more total street cred. Gigs are also the key to victory and the prize for combat. If you can run your rivals out of gigs, Night City is yours to take. Mini cards also have keywords like play, flip, and attack. These keywords indicate the timing of their effect, on play, when flipped, or when that card attacks. Other important keywords are blocker, which allows a unit to intercept attacks and redirect them at itself, and go solo, which allows for a legend to be played as a unit on the field. Now let's set up a game to learn how all these pieces come together. You'll start by placing your deck on the right side of your playmat with the trash area directly below it. On the left, you'll line up your gig dice, lowest at the bottom and highest at the top. This is your fixer area. The top of your playmat is divided into your friendly gig area and your rival gig area. This is where you'll store your active gigs. The bottom left of your playmat has 3 slots for your legends, the legend area, and the eddies area for your eddies right next to it. And at the center is the field, where you'll play your units. To begin play, each player will shuffle their deck and then shuffle their 3 legends, placing them face down in the legend area. Face down legends can be spent as eddies to pay for costs. Face up legends with a sell tag can also be used to pay for costs. You can imagine this as your legends going out and making some money for your crew. You'll then choose a first player either by Rochambeau, a high roll, or whoever has the most cybernetic enhancements. My father-in-law would win. That man's got 2 shoulders, 2 hips, and a knee, and basically his whole spine. The first player spins 2 of their legends, turning them sideways to reduce first player advantage. Then each player draws a starting hand of 6 cards and gets 1 chance to mulligan, shuffling their hand back into their deck and drawing a new 6. To begin your turn, you'll enter the ready phase. In this phase, you'll draw a card, even on your first turn, and note there is no maximum hand size. Then you'll gain a gig. Select a die, except the d20, which must be selected last, and roll it, adding it with its rolled result to your friendly gigs. Finally, you're ready all spent cards, except those 2 legends on the first player's first turn. You then enter the play phase. During the play phase, you can take any of the following steps in any order. Sell for eddies. Once per turn, you can reveal a card from your hand with a sell tag and place it face down in the eddies area as a future resource. I like to call this eddying a card, because I'm cool like that. Play cards. You spend eddies, turning them sideways, to pay a card's cost, either playing a unit or gear to the field, or resolving a program's ability. And remember that your legends can be spent as eddies as well. Call a legend. Once per turn, you can spend 2 eddies to flip a legend face up. This makes any of its static effects active, triggers any flip abilities, and opens up the option to go solo. Pro tip, you can spend it for its eddy and use it to help flip itself. Next, we enter the attack phase. In Cyberpunk TCG, each unit attacks individually and can attack either a spent rival unit or your rival directly, but units can attack on the turn they are played. When attacking a spent unit, the steps are as follows. Offensive step, spend your attacking unit and resolve any attack triggers. Defensive step, your rival can interrupt with abilities like redirecting an attack with blocker or flipping a legend to turn the tide of battle. Fight! Compare the total power of the 2 units. The one with more power defeats the other. In a tie, both units are defeated. And defeat. Discard all defeated units and any gear attached to them to the trash. When attacking a rival directly, the offensive and defensive steps are the same, but on a successful attack, you steal 1 active gig die from your rival, leaving its value the same. For every 10 damage you deal, you steal an extra die. So if you have a unit with 20 power, you can steal 3 dice at once. 1 for the successful attack and 2 for having a unit with 20 power. I mean, that's pretty impressive. It's only a 7-turn game. Play continues, deploying units, giving them cybernetic upgrades, and fighting your rivals until 1 player begins their turn with 6 gig dice. You also win if your opponent ever has 0 cards in their deck. And in the event that both players start a turn without being able to take a new gig die, the game goes into overtime, and whoever can get 7 gigs first automatically wins. And those are the basics of the Cyberpunk TCG. It's funding now on Kickstarter, so go check it out. Or if you're watching from the future, pick it up from your local game store. Or if you're watching from the super future, how's Night City? Did the cars fly? For real? Have you got robot eyes? Oh my god, show me your robot eyes. And then come on back here for more great games and good times. We'll see you later. And remember, there is no spoon.